The Nigerian military steps up operations in the dreaded Sambisa forest in northeast Nigeria in a fight-to-finish mission led by Operation Lafia Dole, which means peace at all cost against the Boko Haram terrorists. While the Nigerian troops jubilate over the demolition of the spiritual stronghold of the terrorists, the casualty figure from the pockets of reprisals and offshoots from other adversaries are quite worrisome. It's question time. Welcome to the program. I'm Benga Ashiru. You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. As the federal government embarks on the reconstruction of the Northeast with $800 million from international funds, the need to ensure total victory becomes a high-stake mandate. As we try to put this into proper perspective, Channels TV crew was at the Army headquarters in Abuja, where we met the theater commander, Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Lucky Irabo. It says the war is technically won by the Nigerian troops, but this comes without some reservations. Let's find out. Theater Commander Operations Lafia Dole, Major General Lucky Irabo, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Question Time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Benga.
Let's start by reviewing the federal government's commitments in ending the war against the insurgents. Just last year, he made a commitment to end the war against the Boko Haram. He said by December last year, the Boko Haram insurgents would have been totally defeated. How would you assess the current situation now? Would you say Mr. President has fulfilled his own mandate of defeating the terrorists?
Benga, I would say yes. Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, has fulfilled that mandate. The reason being that ending insurgency in the Northeast does not imply zero attacks. No, rather having to be able to reduce the capacity of the Boko Haram terrorists to carry out organized and deliberate attacks against own forces as well as soft targets. To that extent, I would say that that mandate has been fulfilled. But that does not mean that it's all uhuru and we're going to fold our hands. No. The operation still continues until we see the last Boko Haram terrorists drop.
What difference can you really point out from the performance of the military in terms of winning in terms of tackling the terrorists? Because for every observer, it has always been a guerrilla warfare. So what difference can we see now?
Yes, you may say it's been guerrilla warfare, but then it's not in the region of what we used to witness. What we now have currently is that the Boko Haram terrorists only go for soft targets. That is where our troops are not in strength, civilians and isolated villages where innocent civilians are residing, and they go to scavenge for food and in the process carry out their heinous crimes against them. But in all, I would say that they do not have currently the capacity to wage the kind of ferocious attacks that we used to witness in the past. So to that extent, I believe that the mandate has been largely achieved.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comment on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time. How far has the Nigerian troops gone in restoring normalcy to the Northeast? Find out from the theater commander, Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Lucky Irabo, after the break.